offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete on the right side. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They'll try the run. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes his connection. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll leave it with the lone back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. They'll go back to the ground. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. This opening drive, methodical, efficient. They'll snap it for the 9th time on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Tackled after picking up the first down. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick pass on the jet motion. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. From the one, it's 1st and goal as they try to open the scoring here. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bruins!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Notre Dame's offense will have its first possession of the game. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be peeking that way from the free safety position.
Yeah, he's been watching the film. This dude in the middle, man, he can...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Give to the running back. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Irish send out the punt unit. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. He wants to throw. It's complete to the left. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Now on second and short after the first down completion. They go to the ground. And the Bruins get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the back. They'll make the stop, but he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires the pass, intercepted. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Notre Dame right back to the line. They're getting this guy lathered up. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He's got his man. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the running back. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's perfect. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. UConn was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Huskies performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? It sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The give to the back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Finds his back in the middle. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. The Bruins send out the punt unit. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Going up top on 1st down. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Looking to throw it again. Getting some heat. Catch in the middle, it's Fowler. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Quick strike complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Off the RPO, complete. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. It's complete to the right. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on 3rd down. They need 1 more on 3rd and 7. Tosses it incomplete. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Never a doubt. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Power football with the run. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. He locked up and held on to bring him down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Bruins will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Flushed out of the pocket. At midfield, he's got room. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's locked. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the right. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. They'll give it to the back. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UCLA will go back to work on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Fires to the big fella. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. He'll come out throwing on first down. Complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Finds his tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Back to the air one more time, and it's incomplete on third down. And the Bruins line up to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made. Here come the Irish back on offense. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On third down, going up top. Makes a connection. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. He's looking to throw it. Lost one deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. He's going to pass on second down. This time he's got it. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. They'll immediately call timeout. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters from there in Pasadena today. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in college football heaven, the Rose Bowl.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Trying to set the tone with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to scramble. He's going to run it. Open space at the 25. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. They'll go to the ground. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. Might as well give it to him again. Finds a crease at the 20. Finally run out out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Notre Dame right back to the line. He'll pull it on the read. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun to give to the back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Keeps it on the bootleg. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They're going to go for it with a couple of good options here. Get it to the 1, you get the first down. You get it farther, you get the touchdown. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Here's the handoff. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. Gets away from 1. Finds some space. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. They'll leave it with him. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Got his man in the middle.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Finds his man, and they convert. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Skips away from pressure. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll try the run. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. With the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Trying to pound it in. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They got mauled on the last play. Do they have anything that'll... And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UCLA! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 13 to Virginia. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Off the play fake. Steps away. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The handoff as they run the counter play here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's locked. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. A new set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on first down. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. The give to the tailback. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Handoff to the lone back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Bruins have this offense rolling. They're going back to the ground. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. The give to the back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Forced out of the pocket. Turns it on at midfield. Got a lot of running room. And he'll finally slide after the long run. I'm not sure if he wanted to avoid the hit or he just got tired.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
And the Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run the option. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the 1st down. The give to the back. Shows him the stiff arm. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Flips it out in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And they have converted their first 2 3rd down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. And guys, we are deadlocked here in the final period.
And that's why this kid is so automatic. Set him up anywhere on the field, and he puts it right down the pipe.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Notre Dame lines up quickly. To the air on 1st down. Now adjusting. Going to try to get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. Now on 2nd down. The give from the gun. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And now on second down for this offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. He'll pull it on the read. Makes him talk to the hand.
Well, I'll tell you what, just watching this QB in the run game, he's going to break one. At some point in this game, he's going to break a home run. Defense did a nice job getting him down there, but this guy, I'm telling you, he's just a play away from taking it to the house. Keep letting this guy do his thing.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Between the uprights, it's good. They take the lead just over a minute to go, and now, guys, the challenge, try to stay on top. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. He's got his man. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Comes out throwing on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass is intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on, keep working on them, keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.